Hi, I'm Pester, and this is So-So, and we are
The High Flying Fools! Welcome back to This Tastes Funny, that show where we recreate historical dishes with funny names and present them to the Queen.
And we have a very special edition of This Tastes Funny. We're here at the Ohio Renaissance Festival, and we're going to create this dish in our tent. And then we're going to present it live to the Queen at Pub Sing on Sunday.
And this edition of This Tastes Funny, we will be making
Cockaleekee Soup. Now, Cockaleekee Soup originated in 16th century Scotland, but it does have origins in France as well, where they use onions instead of leeks for the soup.
Cockaleekee Soup is the national soup of Scotland and is traditionally served to celebrate St. Andrew's Feast, a knight's feast, and when burning your supper.
What? No, they're used to celebrate the poet Robert Burns at Burns Night dinner.
We're not burning our supper?
No.
We'll be back.
And we're back. Now, Cockaleekee Soup has many variations on its ingredients, but the two that remain the same are chicken and leeks. Now, like always, we're going to make a traditional version and a gluten-free vegetarian version.
Now, originally, the chicken for the soup used to come from cockfights as a humane way of using the chickens who became too old to fight.
So, the chickens that lost the fight were killed. They fight to the death.
I guess they got too old to fight. Alright, now let's begin with our Cockaleekee Soup.
But no, it's Cockaleekee Soup. It's chicken, not cockroaches.
We'll be back.
For this recipe, we used 3 drumsticks of chicken, 1/2 cup of shredded carrots, celery, 1½ leeks, 1/3 cup of uncooked barley, 4 prunes, 1 bay leaf, a few sprigs of thyme, and garnish with parsley as desired, and salt to taste.
For your gluten-free vegetarian version, simply substitute the barley with 1 cup of cooked rice and the chicken with 2 cups of corn meatless pieces. That's about 2 servings.
And we're back. We got our burners going here, so we're going to start making our dish. I'm going to be making the traditional version, and Sosa's going to make our gluten-free vegetarian version. For mine, I have on the bone, skin intact, drumsticks here. Now, normally for this dish, you would use a full medium-sized chicken. We're only making a dish for 2 here, so we're paring it down. I'm going to use probably about 3 to 4 drumsticks to see what I can fit in this pot. In addition to that, I've got my 1/3 cup of barley here. And we got our leeks. Right.
Oh, and I will be using corn meatless pieces. It is a vegetarian chicken substitute. It is gluten-free, which is pretty gratifying. That's exciting. I'm going to be using about 2 servings. Like we said, we're going to make a serving for 2. I am, instead of using barley, using gluten-free rice. It's about a cup. I happen to have this pre-made cup. You don't have to. Any rice will do. And, of course, I will be using leeks. Now, the recipe says to put half in now and half in later. So we are going to cut this in half right now, and we're going to use half of the half, so 1/4 of our serving here. All right.
Let's get putting things in the pot.
Putting things in the pot. This bag had 3 servings in it, so I took out 1 and adding the rest.
All right.
And we'll chicken on it later.
I don't know if I'm going to get more than 3 in here.
Yeah, you also have other ingredients.
Yeah.
So I was a little surprised when you said 3 to 4.
So I got my 3 in, and then I'm going to get my barley in here.
If you are using this pre-made rice, it sticks together, so be warned of that.
Get it all
I'm
in
going to have to break it apart.
And then I'll get my half of leeks here.
Rice in. Oh, and I used a cup because that's about a cup, or because it was already cooked, and that is about half of a cup dry. And also because I had it.
Our half of a half?
Half of a half. All right. So we are bringing our pots to a boil, and once it does, we're going to put it to a simmer and leave it for an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Pastor, look. We got a leak in the tent.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to bring our pots to a boil, and then we're going to bring it down to a simmer, and then we're going to leave it for an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Pastor, look. We got a leak in the tent.
Yeah, I took a leak in the tent.
Wait, you took a leak in the tent?
Uh-huh.
We'll be back.
And we're back. Our pots have been simmering here for an hour. I've been skimming mine every 15 minutes to skim the fat off. Of course, you don't have to do that with the gluten-free vegetarian version. I'll get one last little skim here. Let's take a look, see what we got. Want to smell yours?
No fat to skim here.
So with the chicken one, what you're going to want to do is take the chicken out and debone it, and then add it back in with the rest of the ingredients. And then we're going to simmer it again for another 20 to 30 minutes until the vegetables are ready.
All right. While Pester does that, I will show you what I'm going to do with the vegetarian version, because I do not need to do any of that. It's already in pieces, and also hot, hot, hot.
Yeah, hot. It's like this thing has been simmering for an hour.
Yeah. It's like we're going to have to be chicken in on Pester every once in a while.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay. You keep doing yours.
All right. So we're going to add half a cup of carrots. Here they're already shredded. We just thought that would be easier due to our setup. I'm going to add the rest of our half of our leeks here. Plop, 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 plop. Now some prunes. We are going to add 4 prunes a piece. They're diced. That is a dicey ingredient as far as I'm concerned. But we'll see. We'll see what the Scots have to offer. All right. And now 1 bay leaf. It says a few sprigs of thyme, but we have thyme leaves, so we just gonna put as much thyme as we want. Put as much thyme as you're willing to put into this. Bring the thyme aside, and then you'll have some much needed alone time. Ooh, that alone time just got hot. Ah.
Speaking of hot, I figured out a way to not burn myself while taking out my chicken.
Yay!
We are limited on what we have here. We don't have oven mitts or different things like that, or, you know, tongs.
Yes.
So now I do have my 3 pieces of chicken here that I'm going to debone and shred up here.
I'm just going to stir mine a little bit right here. Add some salt, and then I'm just going to put the lid back on, and mine's ready to start simmering for another 30 minutes. It says salt to taste. Our particular queen said the last time she had Cockaleekee Soup it was not salty enough, so try to make sure that we are satisfying our queen.
Must always please Her Majesty. Her palate is the correct one.
We all follow suit. All follow soup. Ah, yes. How many carrots do you think we got here?
I think that's 14 carrot soup.
14 carat.
Okay, maybe not
Magic
14.
in the air. No. It's actually, I mean, well, they're shredded, so.
Well, shredded pieces, perhaps, yes.
Yes. All right, I'm going to put this on a little bit. And my soup is ready to simmer.
Why don't you put my ingredients in mine?
Oh, I can do that,
while
yeah.
I'm shredding the bones here.
It's a great idea. All right, the other half of the leeks. Carrots. Prunes.
This chicken is pretty tender. It's falling right off the bones here.
Oh, nice. Bay leaf. It's different than bay leaves.
Different than Bailey's. Do not add Bailey's to your soup.
Hey, it's their soup. Let them do whatever they want. Right. Again, as much time as you're willing to put into this. Pester's doesn't come out as well as mine did. Did I not use a lid on mine? Maybe I did.
You did that. That's good. That's plenty of time.
All right. And, oh, celery.
You forgot the celery?
Forgot the celery. See, my soup wasn't ready. I'm gonna just do about half of our bag here, just so that we don't waste any celery. And another half in peppers. Up a little bit more. Oh, I should stir that again. Expert soup ladle measuring cup. Yes. I'm going to use this soup ladle because it has the barley on it, so we don't want to cross-contaminate our gluten-free to our gluten. And this measuring cup has already been used for our barley, so we'll just make sure that we keep them separate.
I'm almost done here with the chicken. I'm on my last drumstick.
So, that is a danger of cooking in a tent.
When your tent's on a hill.
When your tent's on a hill. Cooking in a tent is intense.
Alright. I think I got my chicken all done here. Add my chicken back in.
Hold on to mine just in case. Runaway soup.
It's starting to smell really a lot more different with that seasoning in there. In there. All mixed up.
You want to put some more salt in yours?
Yeah.
You definitely want to put more salt in your pepper. The queen requested salt. A mound of salt.
There we go.
And now we assault the queen.
What? No, we don't. You want to get us arrested and thrown in the brig again?
We'll be back.
Your Majesty! We present to you Cockaleekee!
What did you say?
Cockaleekee!
Take them to the dungeon? Wait. I revise that. You will not go to the dungeons, but you will perform by the dungeon.
Thank you, Your Majesty!
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, quick
Hi everybody, it's Dave and Angie from Laugh Now.
We just made Cockaleekee soup, and now we're gonna taste it.
Got our little bowls here.
Now, the prunes are actually optional. They were originally added for nutritional value, and then they started taking them out before serving them, and in later editions of the soup, they didn't put them in at all.
Yeah, here in America we don't do healthy things anymore.
That's true.
That's true.
Alright.
So, make sure you blow on your soup as to not burn your tongue.
That's not bad, actually. Yeah. I thought the prunes would make it really super sweet, and that would not be about it, but it's not that bad.
Yeah. It's pretty good, do add salt to your taste. We did add a decent amount of salt because our queen did say that she did not, last time she tried it was not salty enough, so we did and a significant amount of saltars.
And we'll bring some when we bring it to her live at Pubsing. Speaking of being live, if you happen to be in the area, the Ohio Renaissance Festival does run through Halloween.
We got 3 more weekends, including this one here. This weekend right now is Vikings weekend. And then we have Romance weekend, Feast of Fools, and Halloween weekend.
Come check us out. We are on the Dragon's Lair stage. That is by the dungeon where all of the food is.
And as always, if you come up with a recipe, or if you know a recipe that has a funny name, let us know in the comments below.
And don't forget to
Like, share, and subscribe.
Thanks.
Bye.